Hey guys, Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane, and today is Disney Plus Day. What that means is Disney is dropping a ton of information on all the new content for their streaming service this coming year. So I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. I did watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi Sizzle reel when it leaked last night. I was clinging on to the hope that they were going to show more footage today, and that the Sizzle reel that was supposedly played last year to investors just happened to get leaked. I know that was naive. I did watch it, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to be surprised. My thoughts were, when I watched it, was Deborah Chow and Ewan McGregor are really excited to be back, and there's a lot of energy around this project. I'm a prequel fan myself. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan. I love all 11 movies. I love all 9 movies of the Skywalker saga. My favorite Star Wars movies are Episode 3, Episode 6, and then Episode 8. All right, but I love them all. And Rogue One happens to also be one of my favorites as well. I grew up with the prequel trilogy. They are my Star Wars movies. I love Hayden. I love Anakin. And I'm so excited to have Hayden back in the role of Darth Vader. I want to see him with his mask busted. I want to see him in a bacta tank. I want to see him, that Hayden Christensen, that version of Vader, talking to Ewan McGregor. I did watch the Sizzle
No.
Like I said, I did watch the Sizzle...
No way.
Like I said, I did watch the Sizzle...
Not this time.
Oh my god. Like I said, I did watch the Sizzle reader...
No.
Reel?
No.
Like I said, I did watch the Sizzle reel.
You were correct.
And, but I didn't really focus on the concept art, so right now I'm going to break it down for you guys. So right now I'm looking at some planet that I don't think I've seen. Maybe it's where all the rich people live on Tatooine, because it's not... It has a finished road. It has a nice speeder there on the left side, and looks like on the right side there is what looks to be some kind of cantina. It just basically goes to show that the people who are worried about everything taking place on Tatooine, I don't imagine it's all going to take place on Tatooine. I have a little bit of, I don't want to say concern, because Obi-Wan Kenobi did leave Tatooine in the last of the Jedi series by Jude Watson. Yeah, Jude Watson's junior novels, they are incredible. So he does leave Tatooine. He's done it before in the old canon. I don't have a problem with him leaving for a little bit, as long as it's important for his mission to protect Luke, to carry the light, the flame of the Jedi, and ultimately, I think confronting his apprentice, Anakin, Vader, is pretty important. Yeah. And the second shot looks like it's definitely Coruscant. It's just interesting to think of Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of trying to keep a low profile here. But everyone is in robes or capes. On the right side, it looks like they're selling some kind of food dish. And yeah, just the lights remind me of Coruscant. I would be surprised if it isn't. It might be a kind of, I don't want to say the underbelly. If you played the KOTOR games, you know, the lower it gets, the worse it gets. Here, there's still some flashy lights. And there's a little bit of, looks like you can see the skyline in the very back. Yeah, it looks really cool. I just love seeing this. It doesn't mean that if this was showed a year ago before they filmed, then this might not even be in it. But it definitely is going to give us a feel for the series. And these are in no particular order, by the way. And here it looks like we're in some kind of secret rebel base in some caves. I can't remember the names of these ships, but we have these rebel fighters. And we also have a gonk droid. Gonk. I love gonk droids. Always wanted to make a gonk droid. No, this looks cool. And I'm not sure the status of the rebellion. You know, I have obviously seen Star Wars A Bad Batch. I've obviously seen Star Wars Rebels. And I played the great Force Unleashed. So the fires of rebellion are already kind of there. In terms of how they're organized, I don't think they become organized until later on in the show. Star Wars Rebels, they're individual cells right now. But that's great. That's beautiful. And I'll try to go over these last. Oh, shit. I have a trailer for...
Hello? Yes, it's me.
God damn it. I had a trailer for Willow, and I don't want to even see it. So these pictures are all spread out. Okay. And I have a picture of Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh my gosh, he looks great. I mean, he really looks like, you know, it's weird to see him as concept art. But it's almost like he's still wearing his robes, except they're just dirty and tattered. And, you know, it's been 10 years, and those 10 years have not been kind to him. And I had to do, obviously, all these gymnastics in my head to see how he was at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Probably, presumably, living with regret and pain, misery on this shitty desert where, you know, he's going to age faster here with these two sons. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he looks older. He looks quite a bit older. So he looks like a badass. I'm really happy with that. Try to see if I notice anything else on him. Not really. Okay. Okay, and here we have stormtroopers, and what looks like it is, it looks like it's the old Jedi temple on Coruscant, which the Emperor converts that into his palace, if I remember correctly. At least in the old canon, he definitely did. Or, you know what? I don't know. Scratch that. I'm not sure if that's... Okay, so on the outside, there's what appears to be maybe water. Dude, I can't really see. It looks like maybe there's fish out there or birds. It looks like that could be water. So I'm not really aware of a underwater base the Imperials have except for on Jedi Fallen Order. So there's a planet in the Mustafar system. It is one of the moons of Mustafar, I believe, or maybe it's a planet in Mustafar, the planet that Obi-Wan and Anakin fight on, where the mining facility is. Maybe that's a moon. I don't know. But in the Mustafar system, there is a moon or planet really close to the planet that Obi-Wan and Anakin fought on. And that is where the Inquisitors, that's where their base is. And it's partly underwater, if I remember correctly, because if you play the game, it's amazing. I highly recommend it. Spoiler alert. You go there as Cal Kestis at the end, and you fight Trilla. I think she's the second sister. Okay? I'm pretty sure she's the second sister. Her or Michelle Gellar's character is the second sister. But they both have a similar look. If this is there, I think the planet's called Nair or Nar or something like that. That would be really cool. And here, okay, obviously I did see this. I don't think when I saw it, I saw that there is definitely an Inquisitor there. Okay, so I did see a leaked picture of the chick from Game of Thrones. She looked like she was playing an Imperial. I don't know if she's playing an Inquisitor or what. But that looks like the second sister. I can't remember who's Trilla and who's Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm sure Charlie's gonna let me know in the comments, or he's gonna FaceTime me. Shane, damn it, it's this. Which you should, all right? Because I should know this. But it's great that there's gonna be Inquisitors. That's already been kind of basically confirmed. And no, I'm not sure where they're landing. If it was my guess, it'd be Tatooine. Although, I think the Imperial occupation on Tatooine would be kind of minimal because it's not really an important planet. The Hutts control the Outer Rim, and the Empire allows the Hutts to keep going about their normal operations because simply they're a huge organization, and they bring in a lot of money to the Empire. But it does kind of look like Tatooine. It looks like a dirty, dusty planet. There's no plainly obvious signs that it's definitely Tatooine, but if I had to guess, I'd say Tatooine. So... the ones that really got my attention last night. Well, I know there are two pictures, but for some reason I only have one. Basically, it's Vader's palace. And obviously I do see Mustafar in the background. And the other picture, which I don't have on my drive, is just kind of a backed up shot of that. But it just looks amazing. So he's on his throne and he's talking to a hologram. Oh, wow. Man, that is so cool. That's great concept art. I cannot wait to see Vader, to see Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen's Vader. I'm such a fanboy. I'm so excited. God damn. And one of the greatest things about Rogue One was even those cocksuckers at Disney didn't put Mustafar on the bottom of the screen, even though they said the name of every other planet. We knew it was Mustafar, and it's great to see his palace. And if you read the comic book, there's a reason why he has that palace there. It's actually a comic series, and also if you play the VR game, I think it's written by David Goyer, who helped write Man of Steel. He also helped write the Dark Knight trilogy. It's great. There's a reason why he decided to build his fortress at basically the place of his greatest failure against Obi-Wan Kenobi. I just can't wait to hear him and just, oh man, I'm so excited. I wish to God we had a trailer. So the last picture, it's going to be this picture of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader fighting on a fiery planet or at a place that is on fire. It's not plainly obvious that they're on Mustafar because those grates that we see on the ground beneath their feet, it's very Bespian-esque. You know what I mean? That reminds me more of Bespin. And we didn't have any of those type of things at all on Mustafar. I don't think they'll fight again at Mustafar. It's a little redundant. But, you know, if they did it, I wouldn't care because that'd be awesome. I know original concept art, I think it does show Vader and Obi-Wan at some point fighting there. Or it shows the Emperor's Palace there. It definitely shows the Emperor's Palace there. This is great, though. That's a great looking shot. And so some of the things that I'm looking forward to with this series, Return of the Jedi. Luke and Vader are talking on Endor before Luke is shuttled up to the Death Star. He's trying to reason with his father, and then Vader says, Obi-Wan once thought as you do. You don't know the power of the dark side. I must obey my master. Then my father is truly dead. But that line, they never really justified that line in Revenge of the Sith. You know what I mean? So now they have a chance to kind of justify that line. And I love the idea of Obi-Wan Kenobi maybe pleading with Anakin to come back. And obviously it's important for Vader's character not to have really anything but a glimmer of light in him until he finds out about his son Luke. And that's when the Emperor starts feeling conflict. In the official, there's this new book that came out. I think it's called Secrets of the Sith, maybe. And there's this canon journal entries, basically a Palpatine talking about Vader and Anakin. And basically, the Emperor knows that there's this candle of light in there. And he's trying to drive it from Vader as much as he can. But the love he has for Padme and then, of course, later his son, it rekindles Anakin Skywalker. And then, of course, you can't walk the dark path and there be no consequences. I just wonder what that conversation is going to be like. I wonder if the fight's going to be good. I'll tell you what, though. When you watch the Sizzle reel, those shots of Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting with his team, Nick Gillard, he is an incredible fight choreographer. The prequel fights, in my opinion, I'm going to say this. You know, I've done fight choreography for a long time. Go watch Ferocity. It is one of the highest viewed lightsaber fights on the internet. So I know a little bit about it. And, you know, I'm biased because I love the prequels, but I think those fights are better, and I think they're definitely more intricate. And if you take into account that these are super powered monks who can see into the future using a theoretical weightless weapon, then I think they are going to be that fast and stylized. I think it's perfect. You know, that being said, I do love Episode 5's fight. I do love Episode 6 fights. And, you know, the sequel trilogy fights were okay. You know, I'm not going to say they're bad. I do like 9's fight a lot. And 8's is okay. And 7's, But, yeah, I'm excited. You know, I don't got anything really else on this. We got the 2022. I wish we got to see a trailer. Now, beyond this, it's just pretty much speculation. Now, remember, these concept art pieces don't necessarily mean that we're going to have these scenes, you know, interpreted on film. I hope we do, though. This definitely gives us a feel of it. I guess I kind of doubt that they would have filmed already and then show us these concept arts after they've already wrapped up filming if we weren't going to get this stuff at all. So I bet we will be on some kind of fiery environment during their duel. There's some kind of overhang on top, too. I could talk about this all night, and I got to do the other Disney Plus things. But this looks great. I'm excited, and I'm out of here. Guys, thank you so much for watching this reaction breakdown analysis of the Kenobi Sizzle Reel art. If you like us and you want to support us, just like and subscribe, hit that notification, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you liked about it, what you didn't like. May the Force be with you.